guys, I want to welcome everybody back. Today is episode 2 of Sunday Night Knife Fight. So, we have two great contenders today. We have, start off with the more well-known, the knife I've had longer, the Wright Genesis Kepahrt style blade, CPM 3V, 1/8 inch thick, Scandi ground, excellent knife. I got that broomstick shape handle, thumb scallops, absolutely awesome. The contender is the maker logo, the AA Forge Kepahrt. So they're both Kepahrt style blades. The AA Forge is 01 tool steel. It is 5/32 of an inch thick and is a convex grind. If you asked me to take a look at both these knives and tell you which one would perform better without using them, I would definitely lean towards the the Genesis. I'm going to confuse the names this entire video. The Genesis, because it's thinner, it's Scandi ground, and I'm not a fan of convex grinds, and this one's 5/32. It's kind of thick, so you know it's a toss-up. But we'll put them through their paces. We'll actually see in the end which one I like more. I already pretty much have a decision formed, but we'll see how they do. Maybe I'll be surprised. So our first task we're going to do is we're going to try a little bit of notching, only because I was so blown away by how well this one notched in my first impressions video. I want to see, that's going to be my first test. I want to see what happens there. So let me clear out the AA. Put that one away. Pick up the LT Wright. Knock that off. So we're going to do a square notch. Try to get a good comparison. 3 hits. Good amount of bite in there. Pop that out. Pops out really nice. Nice wide square notch. 3 hits. And see, just kind of like wedged itself out. So, back over here. 3 more hits. And still has not popped that notch out. I'll try one more time on this side. It might not pop, I don't know. And doesn't pop the notch. I'm sure if I slice in here, if this is green maple, if I slice in here, I can clean out that whole thing. But I want to see if I can pop a notch. So, put this back here. Bring in the contender. Clean the moisture off the sheath. It rained all night. It's very wet out here. Okay. Same branch, different portion. This out of my way. Up there. Come in a little bit here. 3. Again, excellent bite. Sticks a little bit more. So try to do a nice wide notch there. That should be good. Good. And there you go. I guess it's I don't know. It shouldn't be thinner because Scandis are pretty much a zero grind, but it's just that angle where it doesn't pop out, it just kind of peels under and lifts up. So definitely awesome at notching. Flip this over. I already know how this is going to go, but we'll try a quick pot hook notch. 4 hits. Because this is thicker, it's going to want to blow through material, I've noticed. Set that. Oops. That's what happens when you try to work with round things. on a pretty crappy log too. Yeah, it's this one. It's so thick. It's so aggressive. It bites so well that it actually starts to split the stick out. But this will come in here really, really well. And I already know it's going to do it. My first impressions video, it did a great job. I'm just doing a quick messy one just to try to get a comparison. So that's the AA. This is going to be the LT. Three hits. Really good bite again. Comes out really easily. See if we'll pop that notch. Oh, and we will. So this should work really well as well for popping notches out. So for a pot hook notch, especially for a quick one, it does a great job. It definitely feels like it planes more easily, but that's going to be that scanty grind. So, I think Kepahrt blades are such a great general purpose bushcraft shape. They do everything really well. So super quick, super messy, but it works. So for square notching, the Kepahrt is better. For pot hooks, they're pretty much the same. Nothing really, to complain about. They're both going to be great at notching. We're going to move on to, let's do a little bit of, we'll wait to do some greenwood chopping. We'll try some batoning, so let me reposition. Let's see what we have for batoning. This. Actually, I have some red oak. So, some semi-gnarly pieces of red oak that I worked on yesterday. So, that's what I mean by semi-gnarly. Let's take this over here. This is probably way too big for this knife, but we'll just break off a few chunks. I gotta turn it around. Go. One piece off. Let's do 3 pieces. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Maybe one off the corner back here so this Kepahrt doesn't have to fight so hard. Something like that, maybe. Oh, well, that was lame. Alright, we're just going to do 2. Just so the Kepahrt here doesn't have to work as hard. This way it's still kind of fair. I bust off a big piece. There we go, look at that. It's a really nice chunk. I'll break that chunk down. Yeah. No edge damage, Nothing to really be worried about. Absolutely phenomenal grind by Adam. LT again does great grinds. I love their Scandies. LT has the sharpest spines I've seen. Let's see if we can get that. Nope, I can't torque that. Now I should be able to. Nope, still can't torque it. So this red oak, really holding itself together. We'll break this one down with the LT, get a feel for it. Well, that was easy. So, a lot of it depends on the wood that you're using, even the particular piece or that particular section. So they both do well. It's a little easier with a thicker spine with the Kepahrt, so I'm going to give it to the Kepahrt. We need to do some scraping of bark. Let me grab, well, we might as well do the greenwood chopping too then. We have to scrape some bark. So we have this lovely branch. We want to clean some of the limbs off of this. So oh, that was nice. I didn't expect to go through both of them. I was actually aiming for here. But if that wasn't for that lanyard, I would have lost that knife right there. So let me... Okay. Try the Kepahrt. Kepahrt as well. They both do greenwood chopping pretty easily. Take this end. That off. Go. So depending on how awkward your angle is, might depend on if you get it through with one hit or more than one hit. I like to usually have some sort of backer or support. The AA Kepahrt definitely has more weight behind it. It's definitely going to help out with the little chopping tasks. I think this is going to be even better once I have a lanyard on it. The handle's smoother than the LT. The LT is double red canvas micarta. This is, I believe, blue dyed stabilized maple. So this, however Adam finishes his handles, he makes like absolutely buttery smooth handles, which feels great, but also can suck a little bit too. So let's see, bark scraping. Does a pretty good job. So no real complaints there. If a 90-degree spine, a razor-sharp 90-degree spine is important to you, then the LT Wright Genesis is definitely going to perform or be the knife that you're going to want. Because this spine is just so much sharper. But it's also sharper to the point that push assist cuts with your thumbs hurt, or can dig into your thumb. This is doing great. If it was sunny today, I could leave this stuff out in the sun for a few hours and it would dry out and I could use it as tinder. But I can keep scraping this down, and as this dries, I'll have an excellent source of tinder. So that's great. We'll use this little piece for what crafting cuts would look like, crafting chops. So, alright, works well. Those crafting chops. This one to this side. A little bit less of a wrist flick, and it does crafting chops as well. And we'll cut right through your stick. So, all in all, the Kepahrt edges out the LT Wright a little bit, and I don't know if this was in 1/8 Scandi, if it would perform as well as the LT. but this 3/32 01 is killing the LT Wright. And the blade shapes are a little bit different. Your steels are different. This is going to hold an edge forever. It's CPM 3V, less maintenance, but this is going to be easier to sharpen, not hold an edge as long. It's gonna patina, or it could rust if you don't take care of it. But it's the performance of this, just a little bit more of a performance. I'll take the steel maintenance. It's not hard. Let's go on to everybody's favorite, feather sticking. One thing to mention is if you guys are, if weight is an option, if weight is a concern for you, then the LT Wright Genesis is going to be lighter. It's less material. Handle comfort. I like the handle on the Kepahrt more. It's for me. For me, it's a little thicker. Just rounds out a little bit. The only thing that I like on the LT is how they finish the ends on these, how they're more rounded off in both directions, where this is just rounded off this way. That's really the only thing that I prefer on the LT, is just the shape of the butt of the handle. Anyway, let's get into feather sticking. We have our piece of basswood, pretty much my last piece of basswood. So come in here, we'll just chop that off, chop that off, chop that off. Alright, let's see if we can go. See if we can do a nice split of this. Probably not. Just using my hand to tap this through, and then some twists. Try to slowly and gently pop it apart. There we go. Alright, so 1/2 will be for the AA, 1/2 will be for the LT. So let's get in here. That Scandi will peel up the wood a lot easier than a convex. It's easier to find that edge on a Scandi. You can do nice big thick curls, really push and plane out that surface. This is my first time using these knives side by side, so I really not sure. Maybe this will feel more natural to me. This is terrible feathers, but everything out here is wet, so usually when it's wet, it doesn't feather as well. Yeah, that wood's a bit damp, but not bad. Made surface area. That would light. It would work. We'll do some fast feathers really quick, just to show you how that would work. Here. So, fast feathers work really well. I can make big ones, I can make small ones. Gather them up. Oh, no complaints there. Throw that off to the side. My other piece, so the other half of that basswood stick, and this is what I like. Now, I feel like I have a bit more control here. I can do thick, I can do thin. Just a little bit easier. I can get in there, I can plane that surface down. I can get some curls. I can settle in. I can get those chunks that I would get with the LT. So, hold on. Tip and work back here. I'll just keep going until I bust it over the other side of the stick. The LT, I think, is more consistent with its feathers. You know how these are all just like identical, and this is kind of more poofy and all over the place. So I don't know what that might be. It could be grind inconsistencies, not really sure. I doubt it. This knife is so well finished. I really don't see, let's look down the knife. I'm looking for high spots, low spots on the grind, but the grind seems absolutely awesome. Both knives have really, really great grinds. There you go. You're through. That would also light. That would work. Fast feathers for this one. Same idea. And it works. You know, it's gonna work. I gotta get more fine ones. I can work up to thicker ones. Yeah. So they both work. Fast feathers. One other thing I want to go over is just a few different carving grips. Let's see how they feel. So both of them work for feather sticking. They're both awesome at feather sticking. Is one better than the other? Not really. I would pretty much call that one a tie. Alright, last tests. The different grips. So let's just bust that off, bust that off. Chest lever. That's how I want to see how this feels. My phone out of my pocket. So, chest lever, this. Feels good. No complaints. Maybe a little bit. This edge here is a bit sharp. If it's kind of just like rounded or buffed off, it would feel a little bit better. Yeah. So, takes off a decent amount of wood. Chest lever for the other end. Yeah. Feels slicier. Takes off a good amount of wood. No hot spots. Set my thumb really, really well right here. And it's sharp. It's not sharp. It's, you know, it's smooth. It's got a good definition to it, but it's not sharp. Yeah, and I feel a bit of sharpness here on this edge. Come in here. Push cuts. Thumb assist push cuts. Works well, bites really well. For a long time, I'm definitely going to feel it in my thumb because of how sharp that spine is. This one, not nearly as good. That's the Scandi. They both bite into the thumb about the same when doing this. Maybe this one just a bit less. Spine's not as sharp, it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more comfortable. So who knows? Bark stripping, let's see. Works well. Why wouldn't it? Doesn't seem to, well, it's convex, but it doesn't seem to bite in or dive in as deep, which kind of gives you a nice, like, a bit of a finer finish. Then on this end, that gives you a bit of a rougher finish, in my opinion. I already shot everything else, and then I realized my camera card got full. So we're going to run through this really quick again. We're going to go through two other grips really quick. This grip, where I come, cut towards myself. So, what I had previously said is, this is the LT right here, that I felt like the AA Forge just has a bit more control, just because it has a little less bite to it. So that that could be possibly why I like it more. And that really is my chosen winner here. is I definitely believe the AA Forge just has a bit more control behind it because of that grind, just a bit more versatility. But I've said it before. They're both great knives. You really can't go wrong with either one. So, you know, it depends on what's in your budget. Which ones you can get, which ones you can't get. The AA Forges are much harder to come by than the LTs. The LTs can be more affordable. But for me, my knife, if I had to have only one of these Kepahrdts, is definitely going to be the AA Forge. This one just seems to just works so much better. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you liked what you saw here, if you liked these knife comparison videos, knife review videos, then go ahead and please subscribe. Make sure to like, share, comment. If you have both the knives and you like one over the other, let me know. If you like the the LT over the AA, let me know. Let me know why that is. I want to thank you, and I will see you on the next video.